welcome back to my channel. So today I'm doing another School Tip Saturday video, and this time I'm going to be talking about different learning styles. So there's a few different ways you can learn stuff, right? Like we don't all learn the same way, so I'm just going to talk about the different types, like a few different types, because apparently there's like a study that says there's like 70 of them, so they're not going to be all in this video, but I'm including a few of them, the most popular ones I guess. And I'm also going to give you guys a few tips on how to study depending on what type of learner you are. There's many ways to learn, and like these are a few types, right? But it doesn't mean you're only one of them. Like you could be a mix of a bunch of them. Like I know I'm not one in particular, I'm just like a mix of all of them. Maybe not all of them, but most of them. So the first type I'm going to talk about today is visual. And that's pretty self-explanatory, right? So that's people who remember what they see more than what they hear. They're visual people. They prefer like PowerPoint notes and like detailed notes on the board rather than just lectures like people talking in front of class, right? Or textbooks. Like if all the information they need to learn is in a textbook, anything they can read. So yeah, if you're a visual learner, here are a few ways you can study efficiently. Find any type of visual aid, so you could do concept maps, graphs, diagrams, or anything like that that's really like going to be a visual thing for you to see, like an image. Use color codes. If you remember what you read, color coding is going to be really useful for you because like you can remember which color you use for whatever is going to help you. And also you can try to associate stuff with images. And it's sort of like called association, I think that's how it's called. You can do some research on it, but if you want to see a video, just let me know and I'll try to do one. Now on to the second type of learner, which is oral. So it's sort of like the opposite. Instead of it's what you see, it's what you hear. So people who are good with lectures and anything they can hear rather than like just seeing images and just a bunch of PowerPoints but no auditorial content, right? So one thing that can let you know that you're an oral learner is like if you can remember the lyrics of songs really easily without even reading them. Like you just hear the song like 1 or 2 times and you already know the lyrics by heart. That's one way of knowing that you can memorize stuff just by hearing it, right? And if you remember what people say better than what you read or what you write. And also another thing is like in school you probably found poetry easy, like when you did that in English, just because like it's rhythmic and like rhyming and just like sounds so like sounds, you know, so like you can totally like just hear the tempo and like remember that really easily. If you're that type of learner, the best way to study would be to use sounds. So anything with rhythm or music or rhymes, anything that's going to be like sounding like you can hear the different sounds, right? So like not a monotone. You could also use recording devices to help you visualize stuff. So just like record your notes, that way you can just like hear them and they can like sink in better than just reading them. Or read them out loud so you can hear yourself say it, or have someone read it to you so you can hear them say it. You can also use rhyming and rhythmic mnemonics and acrostics. I explained that in one of my earlier videos, but if you want more details on what that is, you can look it up online or ask me and I'll let you know what it is. You can also set like your notes into a jingle or set it like a song, anything like that. You know, like Hannah Montana did that once for learning the bones, whatever. So yeah, you could totally do that. It sounds silly, but if it works, right? One other thing you can do is like if you can listen to music while you're learning stuff, you can try to just listen to music while you're reading your stuff. Maybe read it out loud, whatever. But try to like anchor your knowledge on the music you're listening to. So let's say you're playing one song when you're doing that chapter and like another song when you're doing another chapter. And then like if you remember the song, you can remember what you were reading while you were listening to the song. That can be something, but it doesn't work for everyone. It's just like a tip out there for those of you guys who want to try it. Another type of learner is verbal learner. It's linguistics. If you remember what you hear or read better, that would be you. Also, you'd rather have like full-on explanations rather than like synthesized information when you're trying to learn something. And also people who need to talk about the ideas to like be able to make sense of them. And how you could study if you're one of those learners, you could try to summarize your readings and create outlines for the course material. I have a video on outlines if you want to see it. I have videos on everything and it's kind of funny. And try to use your own words when you're doing the outline, that way like it makes more sense to you. Also discuss study topics, so like find study buddies. You can just like talk about whatever you were doing in class. That way, like just talking about it is really like one thing that's going to help you learn stuff. You could also record your notes on a recording device like on your phone or something, and then play it to review it or read it out loud once again. Another type of learner is physics, so it's like kinesthetic, and that's one that's a bit more tricky because like the way we learn stuff in school is not really like made for that type of learner at all, but you can always try to like make it work. If you're a kinesthetic learner, the way you're gonna learn stuff is by doing it. Like you're really good at building something or something like that, or anything that's with the sense of touch and that has to do with using your body. So that can be hard when we're talking about textbooks and stuff like that, right? But I'll still give you guys a few tips on how you can try to use that to help you. One thing you can do is focus on expected sensations, and what that means is just like when you're reading stuff, especially in English or anything like that, you can sort of like try to feel the way characters feel or whatever. Like just try to like come up with feelings that go with it. And in science and stuff like that, just try to like feel it in your body or like draw it on your body. I don't know, seriously, like I don't really know how to do that. If you guys have any tips for those, like just let me know down below, because like I'm sort of low on ideas, but I got that. Also use physical objects, so anything that wouldn't make sense to you, you know, like in math, just use like objects to like try to learn stuff instead of just like writing stuff down. Just use like physical stuff you can move around, that way it can kind of help you. Also draw a lot. Drawing is sort of physical more than just writing. Try to move in between study sessions to just like get your body moving and stuff like that. Or try also moving when you're reading. So like let's say you're reading your notes, but then you're like working out or then doing push-ups or anything just to like get you moving, and that way you can sort of associate whatever you were doing with what you're reading. Something like that. And finally, the last type of learner I'm going to talk about today is logical and mathematical. And this one is pretty self-explanatory as well. Someone who uses logics, reasonings, and systems and really organized stuff. Lots of charts, and you prefer math and sciences for some reason. Also, you have difficulty changing habits. It's just like anchored in your routine and just like really systematical stuff. And if you're that type of learner, what you can do is try to understand the reason behind whatever you're studying. And also create lists with key points. Lists are a big thing if you're like a systematical learner. Also associate stuff when it's not rational and doesn't make sense to you. Just try to associate it with something that makes sense to you. And highlight key terms and key points and anything you need to learn. And then like there's two types. There's like intrapersonal and interpersonal, but I feel like these videos are really long, so I'm gonna leave it to that. And if you want to know more, I can also do another video with study styles and just like other types of stuff like that. So if you want more details on that and like a follow-up or something like that, just let me know down below. And thumbs up this video if you'd like to see more School Tips Saturday videos coming in 2015. So thanks for watching. I love you guys, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!